Welcome to Bless and Dress, the series where I put it on while I put y'all on. And today's verse comes from Luke chapter 18 verse 14b, which states, "For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." So to give y'all a little context of this verse, this was Jesus telling a story between a tax collector and a Pharisee. And in this story, the Pharisee goes to the temple, he prays, and he kind of exalts himself in a very prideful way during his prayer, praying to the Lord and being like, "God, I'm so thankful that I'm not like these other sinners." And then he goes on to brag about the spiritual things that he does in his life, kind of exalting himself over others, and especially exalting himself over a tax collector. Because back then, tax collectors were widely regarded as like selfish and bad people. Everybody was hating on them. However, in contrast to the Pharisee, the tax collector in this story goes to the temple and prays very humbly, saying things like, "God, have mercy on me. I'm a sinner. I do bad things." And Jesus concludes this story by saying the one who was right with God was actually the sinner, not the Pharisee. And y'all, this story is so applicable to our lives today. And reading this verse is really reminding me of how prideful I've been recently. As I've started to grow and find success on social media, I've kind of let my accomplishments get to my head. And on top of that, I was somebody who used to struggle with substance addiction, lust, and all these really bad sinful cycles. But God has since cleaned me up and delivered me from those things, right? And so sometimes I can be in that headspace of, you know what? I've been denying my flesh. I don't do those things anymore. God has freed me. I'm doing good, bro. The enemy doesn't have anything on me. And while there's some truth to that, that is still so prideful of a way for me to think, because I might not be bound to those sinful habits anymore, but there's still some sin in my life that I'm gonna have to confront day in and day out, because we are all broken, imperfect people, and our flesh is so weak. That's why we need God. Then on the flip side of that, I cannot let my achievements, my accolades, my dreams, my success get in the way of my relationship with the Lord, because it's not about me, it's not about us, it's about Him, and it's about Jesus Christ. Like this verse tells us, we are literally called to have a humble heart, constantly being prayed up, going to God, acknowledging your weakness and asking Him for strength. And then once we humble ourselves to the Lord, we have to also humble ourselves before others, because look, bro, we're all the same. And the best way of showing that humility is being kind to one another and serving each other, just like my boy Jesus did. But anyways, this has been today's episode of Bless and Dress. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. God bless and peace.